The use of solar energy in St. Kitts and Nevis is one leg of the thrust to build out renewable energy solutions and significantly reduce the use of fossil fuel such as diesel to run the electricity generation plant and for rooftop use in residential and commercial buildings. While this is a positive step for persons who pursue the use of solar energy for their homes and commercial buildings, the best benefit is not being derived in the Federation because the so-called feedback policy, legislation and technical matters have not yet been completed. Minister with responsibility for energy and utilities, Conrad Maynard, explained the relevance of needing the feedback policy in place as a necessary step in pushing forward with solar energy in the Federation.
We are presently completing or developing the feed-in tariff policy. So that is in train. What a feed-in tariff is if you produce renewable energy and you feed it back into the grid, you get a credit or there's a cost that is paid to you technically for that energy produced. So let us say you have a 10 megawatt system and you put that into the grid. There is a tariff, let's say 1 cent, I'm just calling a thing, a figure that you get for putting that into the grid. Then there is a tariff that you pay to Skelec for taking from the grid. And then when you offset them, the balance is what is due to the electric company. So the feed-in tariff is to deal with how we're going to account for power that is put in into the grid. And we should have a draft policy ready very, very shortly. Same feed-in tariff policy will govern exactly how these solar panels and solar systems interact with our grid. Because very quickly, it's not just sufficient to tell everyone go and put solar panels on the grid. Because, for instance, the same issue with the generation at the power station, if you put all of these solar panels on the grid, you're actually reducing the need for power at the power station. If they turn down their generators, right? But then all of a sudden there's a big overcast of clouds. Power is now not into the system. It will destabilize the grid if Skelec is not able to power back up their generators in time. So it's a technical thing where you have to make sure that all the balances and all of the nuances are accounted for.
According to the government, achieving a strong renewable energy sector is central to becoming a sustainable island state. Glenn Bart reporting for SK Newsline.